morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever it is, wherever you are. My name's Katie, and this is Moon Mama Musings. Welcome back to my living room for another energy Peephole for today, the 18th of November, 2021, where we have a waxing gibbous moon in the sign of Taurus. I got the very, very, very clear view of a record turning. Just spinning round and round, and I think this can mean different things for different ones of you. Some of you, maybe it's a cycle coming back. Some of you, it's a broken record. For some of you, it might be music to your ears. Yeah. I think everybody is living very, 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 very distinctly different situations right now. And whereas the overall energy does affect us all and is applicable for all of us, I don't think our individual circumstances are the same in a lot of ways. And I think that we are really being called to be able to apply these general energies using our discernment to our particular situations. So yeah, there's the record's on, it's on the machine. The needle's ready to put it on. But I guess it's up to you to move the arm and actually touch the needle to the record. See what comes out. I don't know. All right, today is a very busy day in astrology, and understandably so. We've got really big energies coming up. Tomorrow we have our full moon in the sign of Taurus that will transit almost directly afterwards, only a few hours later, to the sign of Gemini. Big full moon, I mean, it's always, it's also a, what is it? I believe it's a lunar eclipse? Some form of eclipse. I'm not informed yet. I still have to do my research. Not there yet. Been busy. But yeah, we have big, big, big energies coming through. Yeah, big stuff. Anyway, let's discuss the aspects of today. We have 6, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. First and foremost, the moon in Taurus is squaring Saturn in Aquarius. So I hear that karmic balancing is coming through. Yep, more karmic balancing. And I'm hearing from Saturn, they're saying, have you been true to your values and structures, moon in Taurus? Have you been doing your maintenance? Yeah? Have you been making your micro adjustments? Have you been listening to your gut feelings about the way these cycles are turning and the karma is coming forward and how you reap what you sow? Have you been doing that? It's going to be individual for each and every one of you, but you'll know if there's something. I have a feeling it's a bit of both. I have a feeling you've probably got a couple of things that you're really proud of yourself for staying on top of, and maybe before or in the past you struggled with these things and you're really, really coming out on top. And I think for some of you, there are some little details that you're going, oh, I'll wait a few months, or oh, I don't have to look at that now, or oh, we'll put that off. I need to go to the dentist. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, but yeah, we've got these little things that are saying, it's like, with the moon in Taurus, we're feeling out and we're listening to our subconscious or tapping into our subconscious drives about our values, about the structures, about the way that we hold firm and stay true or move toward the things that we really do know are good for us. Mm-hmm. So with the square in Saturn, it's that karma is saying like, hey, are you sure you know what you, like yesterday, who are you, right? So are you sure you know what you want? Are you sure? Have you been doing the right karmic balancing? Have you been doing the right micro adjustments to make sure that that's what you're going to get and you're not going to get a nasty surprise? Have you been sowing the right stuff to reap what you desire? So I guess it's a bit of a check-in, but it's definitely a check-in with scrutiny. Okay. The moon is also trining Venus. So Venus is in a bit of a harsh position in the sign of Capricorn. And she will be here for a little while, and then she will actually go retrograde next month in the sign of Capricorn, which I believe is going to be a bit of a wild ride, my friends. A lot of us will be called to look at... Capricorn for me often shows a backbone. Yeah. It shows moving through the shadows to be able to create a nice firm backbone for ourselves. And Venusian energies with love, abundance, money, creativity, all that wonderful stuff. It's going to be about how is the changes that you've made going to, like, how do you need to, you've already made a lot of changes. How do you now integrate that so that you can you can use this backbone that you're cultivating and realize that you're very strong and that you've got it all covered and that you can do this for long-standing structure. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the planet of karma and the planet of structures and the planet of the way we do things here. So Venus in Capricorn is a bit of a conflicting energy, because normally Venusian energies are very free and beautiful and la-di-da, but Capricorn is heavy. Capricorn is, no, we gotta look at this now. Yeah, we gotta do this right now. So I believe with this, we're having an emphasis on clearing the shadows to fortify our backbone, further expanding our connection to our subconscious and emotion. Yeah, we with the moon in Taurus, which is ruled by the sign of Venus, we've got this really lovely little energy here where it's like, yeah, okay, there's some really inconducive feelings to what we're used to with Venus, but at the very least, it's helping us, like I said, further expand our connection to our subconscious and our emotional selves. Pardon me, very thirsty. Okay, the moon is also conjunct with Uranus, and this is ready, again, we've been talking about this a lot, is with Uranus in retrograde, there's changes coming for us, but we see them coming. They're not unexpected like normal when Uranus is in direct motion. These are things that we can calculate. These are things that we can plan for. These are things that we can foresee to a certain degree. And I'm hearing here that we are ready to make necessary change to usher in these emotional states that give us the balance and stability, balance and stability fueling our la 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 la. My goodness, my mouth. So it's giving us the access to this new emotional state, Taurian emotional state, where we feel sturdy and structured, right? Where we are the bull with its hooves in the dirt, going, these are my morals, these are my values, this is who I am. I'm not willing to break every time something ripples in my surroundings. Every time something changes that I see coming, I'm not going to let it completely tear me apart anymore. I'm hearing that your moral compass will prevail, all right? You've got a strong moral compass, okay? And when these changes come about and try to take you over with this conjunction, invasion of the body snatchers, you have emotional stability now to ward that stuff away, and you will be able to stick true to your moral compass. Yes, there will be scrutiny. Yes, you will meet people that will resist your views. Yes, you will have people going, are you sure? Are you sure? Just stick to what your morals, to what your guidance, to what your intuition is telling you to do. You know you the best. Nobody can tell you otherwise, all right? Moon is also opposite Mars, so they're playing a little tug of war right now. So I'm hearing we're on the fence about some action that we are very, very drawn to taking. The thing is it's far, far, far out of our comfort zone, and I feel like this is an energy that has been around quite a bit, but we're on the fence very much about this because it's so far out of our comfort zone. I like it because the energy has been prevalent for a little while, which means that Mars in Libra has really taken its time to consider, all right, we are taking compassionate, slow-moving action, and even though it's now in the sign of Scorpio, that compassion, slow-moving action has still bled through so that we are still weighing pros and cons, so that we're still taking decisive action, but doing so after measuring 12 times and cutting once, yeah? So, yeah, it's out of our comfort zone, and yeah, it causes us reservations, but in the face of this, when we feel like we're on the fence about a decision that we need to make or an action we need to take, and we're not quite sure, really in two schools of thought about it, try and figure out where your reservations are from. And chances are, a lot of the time, they're coming from a place of fear, yeah, a place of lack mentality, a place of self-doubt. And those are root issues that we've been dealing with, but that maybe you haven't realized how those root issues affect this area of your life. So when you look at this thing I'm trying to make a decision on, okay, why am I resistant to it? Why can't I just make a decision? Okay, I'm afraid of something. What am I afraid of? Oh my God, I didn't even realize going to the dentist reflected on my fear of rejection. Example. Okay, there you have it. Okay, we also have Mercury is in a trine with Neptune, and this is clearing up misunderstandings, cleaning off that foggy window energy, and maybe even like lucky serendipitous moments that are going to allow you to get a very solid grasp on facts, details, connections, situations that may have eluded you in the past. Maybe you wanted a promotion at work and you just didn't seem to be in the right position at the right time to be offered it. Or maybe you've had your eye on someone romantically for a long time and you just never seem to be able to meet up with them in a conducive way. Or maybe you've been feeling like you were at odds with a friend or a family member and that they had a certain opinion and you just hadn't discussed it properly. So you're going to be able to have a conversation to see really, really, really once and for all and truly where everyone stands with regards to these things. So, yeah, that Neptunian energy can be super misunderstanding, but with this trine and Mercury all together here, I do feel this expansion of all of this, the lucky nature of it, especially the serendipity. I feel like it's really serendipitous. It's like you're just gonna happen to be at the water cooler when your boss walks by with a board member and they're gonna be saying, "Oh my God, that Betty is so wonderful. We love Betty," and you, Betty, are like, "Oh my God, holy crap, they've noticed me." You know, it's that kind of an energy. So serendipity, serendipity. Last but not least, we have Mars in opposition with Uranus. So this is like kind of a little bit looking like, I mean, it looks. Did I already talk about this? No, the moon is opposite Mars, and um, so Uranus is also opposite Mars because we have this conjunction. Okay, so we're looking at another side of this coin, right? Hesitation to make that decision comes from fear of everything crashing down around you. Yeah, you're at the beginning when I said, oh, it comes from fear, you're like, oh, but what could I be afraid of? Here you go. What are you afraid of? The Tower moment. You're afraid of your world crumbling. You're afraid of all the effort that you've made going in vain. You're afraid of the work that you've done not being recognized. You're afraid that it's all worthless. You're afraid that you're committing to something that's not going to come to fruition. Whatever it is, you are literally afraid that all of the truths and all of the things and all of the stuff that you've been doing, thinking, believing, living are just going to be torn apart at the seams in face of these changes. And even if it is so, I understand why you're afraid of that, but even if that is the case, it's for a reason. It's because it's time and it's necessary. Remember, Uranus is retrograde. So this isn't surprises to us. This isn't an unexpected Tower moment. These are things that we know were coming. Yeah. So totally understandable that you feel fear, but you shouldn't be afraid of things crumbling down around you, because if they do, it's because they needed to. It's because they weren't built on sturdy foundation anyway. Like I said before, we talked about, I mentioned Venusian energies and Venus and Capricorn. We need to move forward now in a Saturnian way, in a as above so below, and long-standing structures, long-standing stability, things that are going to last for a long time. And there's no more room for wishy-washy bullshit. And if it's falling away from you, it's because it needed to. Okay, Three of Pentacles came out, and we've got the Ace of Swords under the deck. I'm hearing that the more you collaborate, the more you're able to understand this sword. You're still struggling with the idea of giving bits of yourself over, or to revealing parts of yourself, or to ask for help, or to work with other people, or to display your artwork, or whatever it is. And it's keeping you from this sort of truth. The more you collaborate, the more you will understand that your path is correct, and that you never had to hold things back. You never had to keep your pentacles close to your chest, because you were always protected and co-creating. The Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles in the traditional tarot shows three people standing around this like archway, and they're examining the work done on this archway. So when you carve stone, yeah, it requires special tools. It requires patience. It requires compassion to be able to, put in the dedication in order to break apart this thing that seems unbreakable. But with the right amount of, seems unbreakable, right? Harsh truths, With the necessary compassion and dedication, we can move through those energies, and we can come to an even more beautiful sense of self. We're resisting the truth in some capacity there, and it's because we don't want to collaborate. It's because we think that we should. It's that again. There's an energy that I've mentioned before where it's like, if I don't do it myself, it'll never get done correctly. Not necessarily, okay. You gotta release the reins. Control. You're worried too much about controlling everything. Chill, Winston. Okay. Oh my. Same one from yesterday. Okay, we have betray and trustworthy. The betrayals from your past are skewing your perception of what's trustworthy and what's not. There are people coming into your life because you've transformed so much. You're inviting different energies in, and these are actually trustworthy energies. But you're on the fence about whether or not you can actually trust them. You're on the fence about whether or not you can actually open up to this thing, because will it just screw you over and run away from you as soon as you open yourself up? False red flags. It's been a common theme. Offer and welcome. Okay. You're going to have offers of love. You're going to have heartfelt offers. You're going to have emotionally centered offers come to you, and you need to be ready to welcome them with open arms. And if you're still battling about your old past issues or your past experience and about how things hurt you before, you're not living in the present, and you're not going to be able to understand that this offer is good for you. Happiness and sway. I heard I won't be swayed. I won't be swayed. Yeah. You need to be more flexible in order to usher in this happiness. Okay, you've got resistances still, and they're based on fear. And once you overcome those, then you're going to be able to find the sun once and for all, and for good. Play a part and know. Stop wearing the mask. If you've not seen yesterday's Peephole, go look at it. Stop wearing the mask. You're wearing a mask, and they're not letting you get through with that mask anymore. Okay, you need to understand why you're wearing the mask in the first place, and start getting back more into your authenticity. Get out on stage naked. All right, that's what you got to do. The part doesn't suit you. It's like what I said yesterday is, you're not the understudy. You're the main character, and you should really, really claim it. Diminishing yourself and telling yourself you're not good enough is never going to get you that leading lady role, or that main actor role, or whatever it is that it is. You've got to work more on the parts that you play, and realize masks are appropriate sometimes, but be sure that you're connected to the things that are real and true for yourself. Yeah. Neptune and Mercury today. Use that energy. Pull the veils away from the things that aren't meant for you. Pull the veils away from the things that you're afraid to face. It's a good time. We got the full moon coming tomorrow, and we should be releasing stuff. So the clearer you see things, the easier it is to decide what stays and what goes. Okay, darlings, this is it for me. But until next time, I'm sorry for anything you're going through, or if I've made you feel a certain way. Thank you for being a beautiful being and lending your energy to the circuit that I hold so dear. Thank you to your guides, my guides, the Ascended Masters, the angels, the whatever it is that's helped us find these clear, concise messages in a timeless way. When we are here listening to them, doesn't matter if it's on the date or in the relevant astrology, there's messages here for us. I love you to the moon and stars and to infinity and beyond and back, and I accept this, and I hope you do too, but if not, no worries. We'll catch you again next time.